second year student and I'm here to explain how to measure blood pressure. So for measuring blood pressure, you basically need two instruments. One is a stethoscope and the other is the sphygmomanometer. So first, I'll explain what are the uses of this both. So now coming to the sphygmomanometer. The sphygmomanometer is the device that is used to measure the blood pressure. So this is a sphygmomanometer. It has an inflatable rubber cuff, a bulb through which we will inflate the air in this cuff. The bulb has a valve. Make sure the valve is always towards the right. You may remember this by righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And this is the sphygmomanometer, which shows us the pressure. Basically, now you may see that this sphygmomanometer has readings in the intervals of 20. And the highlighted line in between this is the mark of 10. So it is 20, 30, then 40. And the lines in the middle, they are at the interval of 2. So they are counted as 22, 24, so on. You may also see that in the inflatable rubber cuff, there is a saying left arm and right arm. This is usually where the brachial artery grows. If you are measuring the blood pressure in the right arm, this is where the brachial artery should be, and so the same for the left arm. So the other instrument that is used to measure the blood pressure is the stethoscope. Make sure this is always inwards. Also, this is the bell and this is the diaphragm of the stethoscope. Some people use the bell to recognize the blood pressure while others use the diaphragm. It merely depends upon the choices. So the stethoscope is basically used to see the pulsations of the atrial flow. Now the steps to ensure for accurate blood pressure measurement. It is important to use the proper size of the cuff around the patient's arm. The size of the cuff, the width should be 40% of the upper arm circumference, while the length should be 80% of the upper arm circumference. Improper cuff size leads to inaccurate blood pressure readings, such as if the cuff is too small, the BP will be high, and if it is too large around the patient's arm, the BP will be measured low. Another thing is you should ask the patient if they had any caffeinated drinks, did they smoke, or have they exercised before visiting here. If they have done any of this, tell them to rest for 30 minutes and later measure the blood pressure. Make sure the patient sits on the chair for 5 minutes with the feet on his floor. And also, the room should be quiet and comfortably warm. The arm that you select for measuring the blood pressure should be free of clothing. Ask the patient if they had any fistulas, lymphodemas, or scars related to brachial artery. Next thing is, for measuring the blood pressure, you need to palpate the brachial artery. So, palpation and the level at which the hand will be placed is also important. The brachial artery should be at the heart level. If the brachial artery is above the heart level, the pressure will be low. And if it is lower than the heart level, the pressure measured will be higher. So make sure that the hand is placed at the right level. Also, for the patient's convenience, if the patient is seated on the chair, make sure that they keep their arm on the table. Now first, I will explain you the procedure of measuring the blood pressure and later we will demonstrate it. So, for measuring the blood pressure, usually the brachial artery is used. So, the first and foremost thing is to know the brachial artery and its pulses. The brachial artery lies in the medial side of the head. There are two techniques to measure the blood pressure. The first is by estimating the systolic pressure, in which we usually palpate the radial pulse. In this technique, we need to place the rubber cuff around the arm. Make sure the lower border of the cuff is 2 cm away from the cubital fossa. And we need to inflate the rubber cuff until the radial pulse is no longer felt. Also, before inflating, make sure the valve is tight. The point at which the radial pulse is no longer felt is our approximate systolic pressure. You need to add 20 or 30 mm of Hg to this to check the normal blood pressure. Now place the diaphragm of the stethoscope over the pulsations of the brachial artery. Inflate the bulb up to 180 or 200 mm of Hg. Then slowly release the pressure at the rate of 2 to 3 mm of Hg. Relieving the pressure, you may hear the Korotkov sound. The first sound you hear is the systolic pressure, which usually falls around 120 mm of Hg. This is when the heart is contracting. The last sound that you will hear is your diastolic pressure. It is when the heart is refilling. After doing this, remove the cuff from the patient's arm. As I have explained you the procedure of blood pressure measurement, we are now here to demonstrate the same on Subhojit. So he has already rested for 5 to 10 minutes. Now Subhojit, have you had any caffeinated drinks or any type of exercise that you have done before visiting here?
No.
And do you have any IV shunts placed or any lymphedemas in any of your arms?
No.
Are you okay? You are okay with which of your arm to measure the blood pressure?
Right hand is okay for me.
Okay, so I will measure his blood pressure on the right arm. So as you all know, there are two techniques to demonstrate the blood pressure. I will be first measuring the blood pressure by approximating his systolic pressure. To do this, I will first place the scarf around his arm. Make sure that the arm is free of the clothing while measuring the blood pressure. If any, you may release them. Now, I am placing the cuff. Make sure that the cuff is not too tight, not too snug. Now, as we are doing this technique by measuring the blood pressure, by radial pulse, I will palpate his radial pulse, inflate the cup until I no longer feel the pulse. So, and also we have to make sure that this is tight. So we are doing the same. So now I am inflating the pulse. So the thumping has stopped at 122. So I will add 20 to 30 mm of Hgs for the same and we'll measure his blood pressure. Now I am making sure that the cuff is not too tight. By placing my two fingers, it is not too tight, not too snug. So we got his radial, we got the approximate systolic pressure at 120. So I will add 30 to that. So I will inflate up till 150 or 160 to get the approximate blood pressure. So to listen to the Korotkov sounds, I am placing my diaphragm over his brachial artery pulse. So now I'll be inflating up till 160. I inflated the cup up till 160 mm of Hg and later I was listening for the first and second consecutive Korotkov sounds, which was obtained around 135 and 140. And it disappeared at 90. So his blood pressure is 140 over 90. The blood pressure of a normal person falls around 120 by 80 mm of Hg. If you receive abnormal readings, you may check the blood pressure twice or check in both hands for a appropriate reading. So Subhojit, your blood pressure